passed out. Fuck you, man.
Okay.
And you just walk right into motherfucker's place, don't you?
I knocked.
I thought I heard something, I just wasn't sure.
But, the ammonia smell is quite high outside.
Outside, yes. Inside, much better than it was.
Really? I was like, oh. 'Cause I saw the cats. I was like, yeah.
Dude, by the way, I'm trying to think now where I'm just live streaming it.
Oh, Lord.
There's probably not gonna hardly be anybody watching it. But I can rip the audio from that later and then still, you know, do the actual episode that I want to do. I'm just seeing if I can drum up more viewers for the channel and shit.
Sure, yeah.
And it's not really supposed to go live for another 20 minutes, but, you know, it's just on. Actually, I guess I'll put that starts at 9, 8, whatever back up. Yeah, I'm still getting settled in, man. It's been a process.
I'm
so
sure.
far.
Yeah, bottle.
Yeah.
I got you that. I'm going to have to find my bottle over there to keep my backpack out of it. I'm done with it.
You had it,
I don't think it's at the full room. I don't think so. It wasn't here
I
last
think you had it last time you were here.
No,
last week.
No, I had to borrow that exact thing. Yeah.
Man, because you whipped it out when we... Did you do the... You did the Thor review with us.
I did the Thor review, yeah.
You had it for that. That was longer ago than it's been missing.
That's the last episode you posted of you guys, actually. That was Jennifer's father, actually.
Oh, he's okay, presumably.
I don't know if you talked to Mikey or any of that.
You can have either one of these chairs you want. I just think the 2 positions is going to be the easiest.
Whatever you want to do, man.
I don't give a fuck. Whichever one you want.
My case is getting even worse. That's bad.
Say what?
My case for my Dobro's getting even worse than
I'm gonna smoke a cigarette real quick before we start. I was playing some Call of Duty and sucking it up.
When I walked up, I was like, "Are you feral cats?" And they ran away. I was like, "You're feral."
Yeah, they're God, they're awful. Awful goddamn annoying. Alright, cigarette.
Jeez.
Oh, I'm sure mine probably needs some tuning.
Jeez.
I've got to sit down and put that work into my guitar that it desperately needs. It's for too long.
Look at that.
My guitar?
Yeah, we'll take a look at that.
I mean, it's nothing too major. It just needs some upkeep.
Just a little bit,
The
yeah.
tension rod needs a small amount of adjusting, a little bit of filing down to the frets. Take a look at the nut and the bridge. But nothing major. it's so weird with the technology and all, because I could actually watch you on the YouTube from out here. Just checking to make sure it was working right and everything.
That is weird, actually. I know you're in there, Dad. I'm watching you, boy.
You seen me. You know me. You know my downstairs mix-up. That was our first date. Do you love me?
Are you gonna do a roundtable review of?
I want to, but actually, you're not the first person to ask me about that. And yes, I would actually really like to.
I have a lot to say about that movie.
Well, I know you said it meanders.
It meandered in the middle big time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it really did.
I was just like, for the love of God. First of all,
I mean, it wasn't like BBS. Like I was like, oh my God, please fucking end.
No. Okay. First of all, you and I talked about this the other day. Don't need Yoda. We don't need that scene.
No,
that scene's pointless. I don't care. But apparently those scrolls are going to come into play later on because he put them on the Millennium Falcon. I mean, because they were there, you know. He moved them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Burned down the Jedi Temple and they weren't even in there.
They weren't even in it. But also, Laura Dern. I don't need you in the movie. I'm sorry.
No, I was psyched to see Laura Dern, and then
really?
they did her the way that they did her, and I was unhappy about.
No, Laura Dern. Laura Dern, great actress.
Yeah.
Pointless.
So totally pointless. Yeah, I was so upset. Like that whole plot thread is like Poe needs to learn to accept authority and not always question everything.
They're like, Laura Dern, we have a character for you.
Like, if you're gonna do that, like, don't make it where he was right the whole fucking time.
That's true.
And they just took this waste of a fucking trip that conveniently did still help what was going on.
It's very true. But they recruited Laura Dern. We have a character for you. You're gonna sacrifice yourself, and you're pointless.
Yeah.
So.
Ayla was talking about, like, she was sitting, we talked the next day about it because she was gone when we came outside, but she was like, yeah, I was sitting next to Jay, and, like, he just kept, like, I kept seeing his head go back, like, and occasionally his arms go up, like, and even I, like, pointed at the screen a couple of times, like, angrily, like, what are you doing to me? But, I mean, I'm not, like, some people are actively fucking mad about it.
No, I'm not mad about it. The movie, there was a point where, okay, Kylo Ren takes Rey to meet Stoke. The movie picks up from there. Like, from that point, it becomes a better movie.
Yeah, it was like at the beginning I was enjoying it pretty well.
Yeah, it was. And then it's just like, oh my
Like when he
Lord.
tosses the lightsaber.
That's funny.
I wasn't even mad. I thought it was funny.
I was like, that's funny.
It was totally fine with it. Now, apparently Mark Hamill feels very differently.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, that's not my Luke. Like, he said that long before the movie came out. There was a report that came out where he said he strongly disagreed with the directional choices that Rian Johnson was taking.
Gotcha.
But, I mean, Hamill's a trooper, man. Like, he just stuck with it and still came in and gave a performance.
He did.
And I never felt like he was phoning it in.
No, he did a great job. He did a great job.
God damn it.
Dude.
Like, despite being upset about the way, oh man, that whole thing came out of there. Ain't that a bitch? That's just gonna get swept up. But, despite that whole thing, like, despite him being displeased with the way his character was being presented, I did not feel that he was phoning it in. Like, it felt like he was still giving it 110%.
I agree. I totally agree. It hit too many Empire Strikes Back notes for me.
See, I didn't really feel that. I was wondering if they were going to do that.
It's just that he was taking on the Yoda role there. You know,
I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
But somebody made a really good point. I don't remember if it was What Culture or Mr. Sunday Movies, but they were saying when Luke goes to train on Dagobah and all that, it's very extended scenes.
It is
doing that, and with Rey we had very little. It was basically 2 scenes.
It's just cut.
Yeah.
Cut.
Cut.
And the scene where she goes below and tries to see herself and
Yeah.
Your parents and like.
They did the joke too that was reach out. And she like literally reaches out. But I laughed at that. That was on the What Culture video. That was a complaint they had.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I laughed at that.
Yeah.
But it was like once you got past about kind of the beginning, some of the humor did feel forced.
I agree. I totally agree.
You know it, and what Culture said was, it almost felt like there was a mandate from Disney of like, you've got to make this a little more like the Marvel films. And I can kind of see that.
Yeah, I can see some of that. The only thing about, and I love Star Wars so much, but there's a formula you have to follow from. You have to hit certain points, and you have, from beginning to end. There,
the ones that are good do follow that formula. Now, certainly, like the prequels is a complete other discussion.
That's true, but
Force Awakens felt like too much fan servicing, but it followed the formula, and I would say I enjoyed that more than I enjoyed this.
I agree.
Which I think a lot of people feel differently about. In fact, the Rotten Tomatoes audience score is really bad right now, but there's a report out saying a bunch of alt-right trolls did a bot attack on Rotten Tomatoes. And I always said, like, Rotten Tomatoes is not the be-all, end-all. It should not be absolutely how you...
if a movie's good or not.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be the measure.
But, I mean, it's a bar that we have through the critic score and the audience score.
True.
But if you have a disruption to the audience score, I mean, you can question it. It's at, like, 53% or something. So it probably would be a little higher if not for the bot attack. Honestly, it's probably between, like, 60, 70 something.
I would say,
if not for the bot attack.
That movie was 2 hours and 24 minutes. If you cut about 20 minutes out of that movie, I think it would be a better movie. I really do.
I'm not sure what you would cut, though. There are things I did not like about the movie, but in order for it to still flow properly...
I get you.
I don't know what you would cut.
I feel like some of... Okay, like... them escaping, like, it goes on too long. Like, there are just things that go on for too damn long. Yeah.
Somebody pointed something out, and I would have to watch again to catch this, but apparently Rey went from that whatever Mega Star Destroyer that they were on to not the Falcon, but the other ship that they were on, and we didn't even see how she got there. Now, I don't recall if that's right or not. I
could have swore she's like out, like she tells them something and then she's gone.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Deuces, y'all.
It just at the end of the movie, I'm just like, man. It's just one of those things you're like, you want it to be so good, and it's not that it's terrible. It's just like, damn.
Well, now, what I said about Justice League was I had two hopes. I've given you this same spiel before. I wanted it to be really good, just because I wanted to enjoy a really good movie.
Yes.
Or I wanted it to be really bad because we'd have a better review. And my biggest worry was that it was just going to be very mediocre. And that's what it was. And I kind of feel like that with this. And I've been playing up what I've been saying to people like on Twitter and shit like that. Just talking about like the movie's butt cheeks and all this. It wasn't a terrible movie, but it was just, okay, we got this revival. We got The Force Awakens and Rogue One, which were both problematic, but still really enjoyable.
Enjoyable, absolutely, yeah.
So, you get those and then you get this and it's like, you're letting me down. You missed the mark.
You missed it, yeah.
You didn't stick the landing.
You tried really hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not a movie that I would watch repeatedly at all. Yeah.
I did tell Chris, even though I didn't like it and I was very disappointed, it is a movie I would go see again in the theaters, which I don't often do, and I'm not going to just to do it, but if somebody else wanted to go or something like that, I'd go watch it.
Sure, yeah. See, Force Awakens I saw twice in the theaters.
I saw Force Awakens twice.
Yeah.
But that was because I went with everybody else, and then I went with my little brother and my cousin.
Yeah, that was the thing. I went with some friends, and my dad wanted to go watch it, so I went with him. She was like, yeah.
Well, goddamn, everybody wanted to watch it.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah. Star Wars.
It's Star Wars.
It's the Star Wars.
I've been a fan of that shit since I was a kid. That sounds really bad.
It does. Yeah, that sounds well. I'm definitely gonna have to put some work into this.
Is the words have been sitting on that stand?
It was because this piece right here was sitting on here because
Okay.
this piece was missing. I found it earlier.
I'm sure you guys keep the temperature in here fairly better than the
I
pool
mean-
room anyway.
Well, yeah, better than. Well, of course, I left it in the pool room for a while.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But you know this house fairly well.
Yeah.
This place is a fucking dump.
You live here. How dare you?
I mean, it's bad. That sounds quite a bit
That's
better.
better. Yeah.
It's still fucking not quite what I like, but it's.
You always keep the capo on top to deaden the strings, or?
Well, it's over the.
I know, but you're still putting tension on these strings.
But see, I'd asked Gabbo about that at one point, and
Yeah.
I was
Some
like,
people
does
do
that
that.
fuck it up? And
Not
he was
really.
like,
Sometimes
that
it'll
was
help.
what he said. He was like, not really. He's like, a little bit.
Sometimes it can help. Sometimes it can hinder.
Yeah.
It could be either way.
I try not to give it much tension. Like, I just
It's on
tight
there,
enough
yeah.
to just sit.
It can change the pitch just a little bit.
That's what I was figuring too, is
Yeah.
it can get angled, obviously.
Mhm.
But I would assume it's mostly a clean push down.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, on certain guitars, you would want to put it on there to help with. Yeah. Plus, if you wouldn't want to ring out notes too long, you could probably put a little more tension
If the tension on this right here was higher,
on it. It could affect that. Yeah.
really,
It have
I did
to.
not know that.
It have to.
Reason being?
Because I mean, you can let that ring out forever.
Yeah. But you're just pulling the tension higher.
If you had enough tension.
I see what you mean.
If you had enough tension on it.
Now that I said that, I see what you mean. Anything you want to fuck with?
It's one of the worst bands
Dawkins?
that has ever existed.
Are you hating on Dawkins?
I despise Donkin. I know.
I'll tell you, the only reason I've never actually sat down and listened to it. The only reason I have that, it was one of my stepfathers that passed away. Pretty sure that's one of his.
They did the soundtrack, or they at least did the main theme song for the third Nightmare on Elm Street movie, I believe. It's either the third or fourth. I think it's the third.
Dream Warriors?
Dream Warriors. They're the ones that sings "Will the Dream Warrior," whatever that is.
Is Dream Warriors the third one or the fourth?
See, I'm confused. I don't know.
Both of those covered those characters.
Dream Warriors. This band right here. Donkin. Terrible band.
Hey, that's one of the best Nightmare on Elm Street movies, though.
It is. Oh yeah, Cropius. Yeah, somebody was into metal in the early '80s.
Oh yeah. Some of those things, like I said, I legitimately don't even know what they are. Rat. Now, I do like a little bit of Rat.
I like two songs by Rat too.
Okay.
Round and Round, of course.
Of course, you gotta like Round and Round.
And then a song called "Lay It Down," because I like the guitar riff. I like the guitar riff a lot in that song.
I'm trying to think of more songs I know by Rat besides Round and Round.
They
but
have,
I like Round and
They
Round.
have another song that's called "Way Cool Junior," which is a terrible song because it's called "Way Cool Junior."
You know what? I'm not sure if I have in there or not. There's a punk band called TSOL.
I don't know that band.
They did a song called Code Blue, which was essentially about having sex with a dead body. That's what they're most known for. But they've been playing in the punk scene for years. But in the fucking 80s, they just or late 80s, I guess, they decided to just go fucking hair metal. And
sell some records and make some money, probably.
They wanted to.
Yeah, but
it's not really what happened.
It didn't happen, did it? Yeah.
But they did a song. I fucking found this at Elliot's, man, right down the road here. I got this album. It was like, it's TSOL, and I looked at it, and it was like definitely at least like the same main lead guy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay. I'm not shitting you. One of their songs it starts. It's the very first lyric, but it's, you say I drink too much, and I smoke too much, I do too much, too much. That's the fucking song, man.
So if they were a hair metal band and then they were a punk band, were they posers then?
I guess they were technically kind of posers as a hair metal band, because they went back now. Like they play fucking like just random ass punk rock festivals all over.
Okay. I mean, I normally wouldn't call a band a poser, but if you're just like, I'm going with the trend here, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you want to fuck around with some shit?
Sure, man. I don't know what to play. Not after seeing...
It's again, you know, doing the live stream, it's again another, like, probably 30 minutes in or something, we haven't even played a song. Like we normally do with these.
Typical fashion. Yeah.
We've only recorded, what, like 3 of these before this?
Yeah, 2 of them with Julie, I think, so, yeah.
Oh, maybe 4 then.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have a lot of shit I gotta go through before I'm able to make an episode of this to put it out. Just random conversations. I don't know if I want to lead in with Leah.
That's the one I was thinking about.
Is that what you're thinking about? Let me see if I can.
Is Levi coming by?
I don't think. No, he's not coming by tonight.
Okay.
I don't. Did we play Leah with Levi last time?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't even have Leah on the recordings yet. Unless we have it down on another night.
I think we might have done it on another night. I'm not sure though. Honestly, I don't remember.
I gotta have to go back through them to find out.
Yeah, good luck with all that.
Oh yeah, I've only got like 12 hours of shit I gotta go back through now. Ooh. Try that one more time.
Check that tuning again.
It's driving me crazy, man.
The high E sounds weird.
D, I guess. The high E is sounding weird.
It's better.
Yeah, it's
It's a
good
little
enough.
off, but it's still better.
That's about the most butchered intro I've done to this yet.
I mean, I'm disappointed in it. Totally being facetious too.
Baby, when you feel lonely, please don't call me. 'Cause I know that I can't resist answering when that screen lights up and displays your name. But it's 2 a.m. I'm in the floor again, trying to drink all memories out of my head. Always think that I'm over us until that screen gets to vibrating. saw you smile, then I was pretty much yours, and I'd hope to make you mine. For a time I did, that was almost 15 years ago, and I still sometimes forget that I'm carrying this torch. Always think that I'm brothers until these random time connection. Yeah, why'd you have to leave the pieces of my heart scattered across this floor? Why, in God's name, do I let you back in just to hurt me more? My heart scattered across this floor. Why, in God's name, do I keep letting you back in just to hurt me more? So yeah, why'd you have to leave the pieces of my heart scattered across this floor? Why, in God's name, do I keep opening that door when you show up on my porch? Why am I so badly out of tune in this not very humid room? It is out, that high E, man. And it says it's in. It's the fucking intonation, man. Like I gotta fuck with that Allen range. With that tension rod. All the pros play a little out of tune though, right?
Sometimes.
What's that quote you like about from Prince about wrong notes? Something about there isn't a wrong note. If you hit a wrong note, you just keep playing it.
It's not Prince.
Is it not Prince?
Mm-hmm.
I've been repeating it as though it were Prince.
I don't remember who that is, but yeah, there's no wrong notes. You just have to pretend like it's the right note. It's like, oh, that's what it is.
I'm still feeling that motherfucker's out of tune.
Try tuning it by hand. Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh my god, yeah. What are you tuned in?
Fifth fret.
No, what are you tuned in?
This is Opa G.
I was just gonna ask you for an E.
Alright, give me 1 second. We go off the guitar. This will have the same pitch. Yep.
if that's high or low. Hit it again.
It's close, but
Like the closer it is, the harder it is to tell.
Okay, go to the next turn. Go to B. Tune that string off the beat. It's pretty close. Never mind. Play a C chord then. See, the G sounds okay. The D sounds okay. Play an E. See, that's all.
Yeah, that sounds out.
Intonation.
Yeah. That's not anything.
It's garbage. Just, man.
Yeah, we gotta get that sorted out. You mind if I just fuck with that?
Well,
Just do it that way.
it might be different to you.
I'm not sure I don't know if I've ever really played yours. Does have a very nice sound to it,
I
though.
love that guitar.
I've been playing that one so long, it's just
It's
not
a
really anything.
it's a much thinner
It's an
tone.
okay. You know,
No, it's not
fuck
bad.
around
It's a much
with it.
thinner tone than that guitar.
Yeah. Does slide feel well with that?
I played it last week. It was a little different. I had to think about it. Yeah.
Don't shimmy past that boat when you got no place to go. Oh, ain't no going home to a one-legged man with a gun in his hand, with them old bones, baby. And the TV will tell you you're either right and otherwise. Mama, take me home, put a record on, come on, sit on my throne. Shimmy on the bone, baby. Mama, take me home, come on, put a record on, baby, come on, sit on my throne. Shimmy on the bone, baby, bone, baby. baby, break it on, come on, sit on this throne. Shimmy on, baby. Mom, take me home, come on, sit on my throne. Shimmy on, Bombay, Bombay, Bombay. Dance to the beat from the drum in your ear. We can just stay right here. There's one in Mom, take me home. Come on, cowcell, take us on home. A little fast pick licking. Mom, take me home. Won't you come on, shimmy on this bone, this bone. Sound. Oh, and then dance to the beat from the drum in your ear. We can stay right here till this morning clear. Till this morning clear. Don't show me my bone. Mama, take me home. Take me home. Mama, take me home. Take me home. Shimmy on my sunbone. No. Whoa. Shimmy on my home. Take me home. It's a little tight in this space.
Is it?
When we get some of their shit out, we're going to be able to open it up more. They have shit everywhere. There's shit. Literal human shit. It's a work in progress. It's getting there.
Whose couch? Is that your couch?
They left us that couch.
Oh, okay.
The futon is over here under the bar for the kitchen.
Yeah, I saw that.
So when the pile of shit in the corner in there is gone, we can readjust some things in there to make room. The futon can come out of here. Could buy a new dining room table. These chairs are so broken. One of them, like, it was like a teeter-totter. Like, wobbling. So and I was cooking and drinking, and I just picked it up the other night, and I walked outside, and I just
smashed it.
Threw it. Yeah, I smashed the shit out of it. It was fun. You know what I do want to do?
Street, you can watch this whole world go insane. Sea lighters hit the rocks on the bushes, man. Those stars are coming down like rain. There she is, just a skin and bone skeleton. She's a fool for that crack cocaine. She's got a baby living right outside the city, man. She don't even remember his name. His name is Adolf Hitler, Albert Einstein, Jesse James. I hail to the greatest of self. Everything inside got to be so. I am since you were origin. Man, there's love and there's love on the world. Laugh if you want to, really is kind of funny when the world is a car in your crash test dummy. The hood is stampeding, now the fence is gone. The television is always on, and it says, save the children, drop the bombs, replace the word right now with the word wrong. And there's a big sale on Tuesday, you better get it before it's gone. You can get a picture with a 4 horsemen for a nominal sum. Now that they've got everything they love to sell you, somehow I hail to the greatest of sales. Everything inside got to be so. I am since you were take this pill now, put it on your tongue. Keeps you acting just like everyone. Keeps you from feeling good, bad, ugly, crazy, dumb. It ain't a drug now, god damn it, I'd give it to my only son. No one's gonna get arrested, no one's having any fun. Doctor's orders, you feel your heartbeat, you just go ahead and take you on. Now you're duller than a singing song, and uncomfortably numb. It's a Thorazine with pie, with free fluoride bubble gum. Wonder like a zombie out into the midday sun. I hail to the greatest of sin. Everything inside got to be sold. I am, is it too much for the jail? Man, they're closed and them doors. And they're closed and them doors. Well, they're closed and them doors. Oh, well.
I have to pee. Oh, wow. Play a nice drum beat for me to pee to. Come on, to fuck with for a set list for if we go to like an open mic night or something after the first?
I don't know.
It's like 4 or 5 songs. We talked a little bit about it, like Shimmy and Leah, I guess. And I'm not quite sure what else. Like probably a cover and 4 originals.
Sure.
Maybe 2 covers if there's something we really want to do. I feel like we could play around with Sippy Cup a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Let me see if I can. I gotta remember what the hell the chords are. Oh, shit. I'm on mine. Oh, let's see how that sounds.
It may sound different with the cable on, actually.
Let's see that on this.
That sounds better.
Let's see. How does Sippy Cup go? I can't really chord structure on that now. it's in E.
Play sequel.
Does that sound right?
Not really, but
No, I think I'm playing the goddamn Mrs. Potato Head chords.
it's almost the same thing.
Can't remember that one right now. And I like playing that one. Oh no, I think that's that one, like 3. I don't know, it's something weird. I can't remember. Shit. Yeah. Just couldn't quite get it in my head right.
Breakfast was straight out the medicine cabinet, a remedy for the aftermath of my habits. Sometimes it's the ones who try to help that hurt the most. I feel like we're playing tug of war, and I'm the rope and I'm stretched to my limit, but you keep on pulling and I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. At the top of a mountain where no one can hear me, no one can see me, so I don't have to deal with them and they don't have to deal with me, because relationships are overrated. Maybe I'm just tired and jaded, but I'm sorry, I just like myself more than I like you. Anti-social, call it masturbation. Either way, it's a solo operation, and I'm just far more comfortable alone. Because people are ugly, people are hateful, destructive and greedy. We're proud and ungrateful, and the world would be so much better off without us. Apathy has gotten the best of me, and I'm so tired of you talking my ear off about all your problems that I just can't fix. And I don't appreciate this unwanted company. compost in training. There's graves left to fill. We distract ourselves to make us feel like we're not just mistakes. We distract ourselves to make us feel like we're not just mistakes. Always has a bone to pick, a promise to break. Never again will I make that mistake of trusting anyone, trusting anyone. This is my misanthropic confession. Human beings are waste of breath, and don't think that I exclude myself, 'cause I'm an asshole just like you.
That means you, Kyle Stout.
Because people are ugly and people are hateful, destructive and greedy, proud and ungrateful, and the world would be so much better off without us. So swallow a bullet or a handful of pills, because we're compost in training and there's graves left to fill. We distract ourselves to make us feel like we're not just mistakes. We distract ourselves to make us feel like we're not just. My breakfast was straight out the medicine cabinet.
Feels good. I don't know if we have people watching or not. I see a couple of comments, but I can't read them from here.
Please stop. Please make it stop.
Yeah, the comments are usually like, die in a fire, SJW piece of shit.
Okay. Whatever. I don't worry about it. If you have hate in your heart, have hate in your heart.
If you have hate in your heart, let it out.
Just go right at it. Life's good, man. Yeah.
It's too short, man. I don't know what I want to do. You gonna mess with DURNK?
I guess so, yeah.
If we do an open mic thing, I guess that's definitely got to be on.
Yeah, if we do open mic, I'll have to bring an amp. Because I can't mic this thing up. It's too much of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I've got my, it's got a Squire head on it. It's built weird, but I've got my electric over there. I was looking at it, I was like, I've got to bust that out. It's in the PV case over there.
Okay. I'll look at it here in a minute.
I've really got to mess with that.
Even if it's a Squire, you can get some things changed on it to make it a better guitar. Tuning heads, things like that.
That spells a good time there. Sometimes it makes me crazy. Most times I'm okay. Makes me forget the lyrics that I'm supposed to sing. O-D-U-R-N-K, that spells a good time to me. Did I ever tell you about the time that I was straight shooting saws at tequila? Whew. It was with me and this gal named Rachel, and she had the finest behind, by the way, I think I've ever seen on a white girl. Well, saws is not really a shooting liquor, it's meant more for mixing margaritas and things. Hell, me and Rachel didn't care, we knocked back a few pints of this stuff anyway. Rachel decided that she needed to get home because she had to work in the morning, which was understandable. So we had our friend Leela drive us my car because she was the least drunk. It was a two-door Honda Civic, and yeah, I know, that's just real country. But me and Rach, we just piled in the front, we shared that passenger seat. Pulled into Rachel's apartment, and the two of us tumbling out of that side door. We just rolled around the concrete and we laughed a little more. You see, me and Leela didn't realize that Rachel's face had hit the pavement until we got up to her room. And that's when Rachel turned to face us and we saw that she had chipped a tooth. O-D-U-R-N-K still spells a good time there. Sometimes you get home safely. Sometimes you get injured. Some nights you get the cops called or end up needing surgery. D-U-R-N-K still spells a good time there. Lost me outside of Dougie Ray's. That's a little bar, you can find it there in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. I lost my place for a moment there. There we go. Yeah, but yeah, it's in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. That's where it is, if I remember correctly. I think I said 1 minute he was on the cell phone with his ex-wife, the next one I know I was walking through a storm drain. And by the time I came out the other end, it was about the 15th time that he called. And
He said, man, where the hell are you? And I told him I thought I was a couple of blocks away. It turns out I'd made it all the way to Madison, which was a neighboring city. By the time Diggle found me, my hand was bleeding from punching out a window. And I was shirtless, and I was confused, and for some reason, I was carrying a tricycle, man, if I'm remembering this correctly. Oh, D-U-R-N-K still spells a good time to me. Some nights you get home safely, sometimes you're reported missing. But don't let this song scare you if you're under 15. 'Cause D-U-R-N-K still spells a good time to me. And I know what you're thinking of yourself, Dexter. None of this really sounds like a good time at all. In fact, actually, if you take the chorus at it, it kind of sounds like a tale of consequences. Well, that's why I wrote the chorus. Jesus Christ, don't you people understand how comedy works? Fuck all. At least I got a better grasp on irony than Alanis Morissette. Oh, D-U-R-N-K still spells a good time to me. Sometimes you have a good night. Sometimes you get fucking crazy. But don't let this song scare you if you're under 13. Just raid your parents' cabinet and get D-U-R-N-K. D-U-R-N-K, that spells a good time, man. Sometimes it makes me crazy. Hell, most times I'm fucking crazy. Makes me forget. House down. What the hell? What was I supposed to say right here? Look, I'm drunk, okay? D-U-R-N-K still spells a good time, man. D-U-I doesn't spell a good time to anybody. But you're on the Wi-Fi tonight, so I'm assuming you don't have to drive. Be safe. Because the only people hearing this are on the internet.
It actually kind of works in the middle where you forgot your part.
Yeah.
That's the thing about that song, you forget where you are, it just kind of works with what you're doing.
It's such a, like, just a spill the words out kind of song.
I had a better part last time, I don't remember nothing.
I can't remember the story that I had that I was telling in between songs about taking my mother out to get something about potato salad come out. But I was doing this like very like, he asked her for the food a certain way and it wasn't the way she wanted. And I was like, and I swear to God, my mama broke that bottle on the beer table and stuck it to his neck, said, you son of a bitch, that's not, like, whatever it was like fucking potato salad or something. I had this whole spiel, like, we did it. The shit that's on my music YouTube, that's us playing Leah and the other song, it was at Greenlight when we did that.
Okay.
And I told that fucking story and I cannot remember it now.
Yeah, me too. I don't know.
It was all framed around a song I wrote with Corey. And I made up, the Hoopy River Bottom is what inspired me to write it. And the Hopaloo, god damn, can't remember what it was now. Oh, now I'd really like to. But it is escaping.
We could do like a record for like a live thing.
We haven't played that in a while.
Yeah. Song we actually wrote.
Yeah. I'd have to get refreshed on that.
That's what I.
See,
It's one of the many pieces of music that I write and then forget. Something simple.
how's that go?
recording there somewhere. I don't remember. Literally don't remember.
Oh. That sounds weird down here now. It
Yeah.
was kind of fun when it was cabled
Actually,
up.
you may just have to capo that all the time.
I may just have to fix the fucking guitar.
Yeah, I'm talking about, you know, for right now, you may have to play things on like the first fret and see what it sounds like. Or capo on the first fret. So.
How does that go? Damn, I cannot remember the chord progression on that.
I forgot. There we go.
Oh. I definitely do want to do that. I just can't remember how the fuck it goes. Let's play with something that kind of plays a little slow and groovy. Or make it a little groovy. It's not necessarily a groovy song. Groovy!
First tell me which road you would take, 'cause I don't wanna miss our paths crossing someday. So if you walk that way, well, I'll walk this way. The future hangs over our heads, and then moves where each current event, until it falls all around like a cold steady rain, staring when it's looking its way. The moon's laying low in the sky, and the middle of the night, and the sidewalk goes diamonds like a jewelry store case. They are walk this way, walk this way. I was asleep in my bed as I'm leaving. She wakes up and said, way on the crest of a wave. So baby, don't go away. Come here. There's kids playing guns in our street. What's pointing his 3-branching beam? So I put my hands up, say enough is enough. If you walk away, I'll go away. And he shot me dead. Balancing a history bus upon my head, and I'll bust down to one quote of a phrase. If you love something, give it away. Good woman, pick you apart. Box full of suggestions for impossible hearts. I know you may be offended, you may be afraid, but I'll walk away. I'll walk away. Again, you think after 22 years I'd be used to the spins, and it only feels worse when I stay in one place. So I'm always pacing around, walking away. Keep time of this book. Feel more like a stranger each time I come home. So making a deal with the devils of fame, saying let me walk away. Reach out once you have died from the shackles of language, immeasurable time, and we can trade places, playing music of graces. Till then, walk away, walk away. So I'm up and down, putting on my shoe. I just won't make a clean escape, and I'm leaving, don't know where to. Don't know where to. Don't know where to. And I'm in disgrace. I feel stuck in this place. I know I'm leaving, but don't know where. Don't know where to. 32 years, I'm still not used to stewing in my anger, but I hold on to meditation of a beat. Guitar strum. It's a long song to start with, and then when we go out with it, I totally forgot the middle fucking lyrics too, and I was just like, fuck it, keep doing it, keep doing it. There is no end to the song. Ah. I am gonna take a smoke break real quick. I don't know if anybody's watching this fucking thing or not. I got a feeling one or two of our followers actually is. Carolyn probably is.
Is there any hateful comments?
There are hateful comments everywhere. No, actually, she's just saying that I'm not reading the chat. There's a be right back message. There we go. Be right back. I guess it's not really necessary, though. You can always sit there and pick and entertain the people.
I'm just here.
Aren't we all just here, Kyle Stout?
Well,
We're just here on this spinning
That's,
rock, trying to maintain our gravity.
It's debatable sometimes. It's debatable. I'll say if this is a simulation, we need to reboot. We need to start the fuck over.
Yeah, the simulation is bad.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not going well.
There is a virus, and it is taking over. And
Actually, we haven't had any conversations with the songs and conversations, and there's been a lot of shit that's happened over the last couple of weeks.
yeah, my feelings are hurt a lot, so I just tend to
I gotta smoke a cigarette, but I'll be right
hear things, man. Yeah.
Told me to turn the gain down, but it didn't seem like it sounded that bad on the phone.
What's that?
I said, Leader Killa told me to turn the gain down, but it didn't seem like it sounded that bad on the phone.
No.
Maybe somebody's got sensitive ears. What else have we been fucking with?
I don't know.
I want to remember like a record actually, because I would like.
As do I.
I like that one.
I remember I wrote some music and like, here, Jay.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I don't know how to play.
I just wrote a bunch of goddamn lyrics too.
Well, I gave you like lyrics for the second verse, but you wrote the rest of the stuff. Yeah. I don't remember how it goes. It's one of those.
It's a bouncy chord progression.
It is, and it's got like weird variation of a chord. Yeah, it's weird. I don't remember what it is.
Ah, that is troubling when you can't remember something like that.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know. Yeah.
Can't wait to get rid of this shit. Do something goofy. Bluesy.
Yeah, I have a song for that.
Oh.
It's like she's
I
always.
still have the Be Right Back fucking message up.
You
People don't need to see our fucking faces.
No, I'm totally fine being anonymous as fuck.
You gotta be anonymous on the internet. People are crazy.
Yeah, that's why I don't take part in social media.
Yeah, you don't fuck with social media at all. Before I even play a rip, like you're like no Facebook, no Twitter, no Instagram.
My name is on Facebook, but it was just because I joined Spotify. You
Oh, that's right. I did get the picture for the thumbnail for the show from your Facebook. No, actually, it wasn't from your Facebook.
There's nothing.
It was
on
from who'd you do the record with?
Probably Daniel.
Daniel Musgrave.
Yeah.
I got it from his Facebook.
I don't even know this. I've never seen it. So
I had to go detective to find a fucking photo of you.
I'm sure.
Dude.
I mean, I'm not opposed to any social media. I just don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't care. I mean, it's not like I'm out of the loop or I'm, or anything like that necessarily, but
I'm pretty active on Twitter, but I really never fuck with Facebook anymore.
I think, which I don't know this because I'm not a part of it, but it seems like Facebook, like all platforms become passe in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like people move, especially the younger generation, like they'll move on from Snapchat.
Oh yeah, the kids are definitely
Or there's probably some other thing that I don't know anything about.
Facebook actually just came out and said they're gonna do like a Facebook Junior, where like kids under 13 can have an account with their parents' permission and that their parents control and shit. And it's like, these kids aren't even using fucking Facebook, man. They're smarter than y'all, and they have other social media platforms.
Exactly, things that I don't know anything about.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fucking kids are on.
That's what I'm sure there's some platform that I don't know about because I see one all the time. Like I never heard of that one before.
There's a platform now that's Gab. That's the alternative to Twitter.
Yeah.
Because all the fucking far right and alt right people were getting kicked off of Twitter, and now
you know what? If you're a racist
platform.
Piece of shit, you should be kicked off of Twitter. You know what I'm saying? If you're a white piece of garbage, then fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
The Twitter purge happened yesterday or day before, and not that many people got kicked off.
No, really. I mean, if you're expunging hate out of your mouth constantly, I don't want to hear that.
No. It's a waste of time and energy.
But I guess they use these platforms to recruit people for that kind of shit, I'm assuming. I don't know.
I mean, with what you know that we've dealt with, which was like Cummings and DNC and shit, like they are just stirring up an outrage crowd.
I mean, at this point, not to get off on some weird tangent, but like like you can't even like the same movies as someone who doesn't have the same opinion as you.
I mean, it's not even people like who are just off to the right like that. Like we just had some Poison Ivy stands get really upset with Task and thus the rest of the group. There's a Poison Ivy League, hashtag Poison Ivy League.
Okay.
And you just really better not talk negatively about Poison Ivy because they are very adamant about how they feel about that character.
What if you don't care for the character, though? I mean, but what if
they don't want to hear that?
But what if you don't? What does it do anything for you? You know,
you're a bully and a fascist.
Okay. So I'm fine.
That's how the online interactions are, though. Now, like
I'm fine with the character. It's great. You know, if people love it, that's fantastic. But you don't have to. I mean, it's like okay, not really. Doesn't appeal to me.
Well, the big thing with that was Jesus, fucking Tash just said that there's an Ivy hive, and he didn't even realize that was a thing. And you know, is Ivy really a character that's deserving of that level of fandom? But when we started pointing out that she's a villain, the Ivy stands really don't like that.
But she is a villain, though.
She's totally a villain.
I mean, her sole purpose in that is to be a villain.
Yes.
She's
a sympathetic villain.
To be a nemesis. Let's say that. Okay.
No, she's a villain.
Okay.
She's a sympathetic villain.
Okay.
Like, she's an eco-terrorist, man. She puts plant life above human life. So, questionably good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, she's willing to kill people for plants. At least in the stance of being a human being. That's our enemy. She's bad.
So she's the equivalent of the movie The Happening, is what you're telling me.
Oh god. That was such a bad movie.
I'm sorry, I just understood.
Oh my god. He talks to the fern.
Oh, I do. So people shit on you because you don't like a character. Not that you wish the character didn't exist. It's just not your bag or whatever. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm trying to understand. That's why.
Task had a lot of the followers of an account, Black Girl Nerds, come at him because he was joking around, talking shit about Bumblebee. Do you know who Bumblebee is? Have you ever heard of that character?
Transformers?
No, not the Transformers character
Okay,
at all.
beyond that, no.
There's a DC character that's Bumblebee, and I never heard of her until this shit.
Okay.
But they got very upset with him cracking some jokes about her, and he got like fucking mocked with notifications for a little while. Because they had quote tweeted him.
Okay.
It's Twitter, man. You get quote tweeted and people drag you, and like your notifications are a nightmare for like 18 hours or something, and then people forget and move the fuck on.
Because your attention span is a second. So.
With no attention span. Yeah.
Work, 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 work. You see me happy, work, 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 work. You see me do me da 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 da. You saw me put in work, 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 work. Try me, I desert him. No time to have you looking. Him I go whack like him, no like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. No brother touched me, you know righteous. Nobody takes me when you're in a crisis. I believed I love your dreams, adoration. You took my heart and my keys and my patience. You took my heart and your sleep for decoration. You mistaken my love, I blind for you for foundation. All that I wanted from you, something that I never had, something that I'd never seen, something that you'll never be. Oh, 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 oh. But I wake up and I know nothing's wrong, just great with it for love. I need you. When I see potential, I just gotta see it through. And if you had a twin, I think I would still choose you. And I don't wanna rush to do it if it's too soon, but I know you need to get off of what come on. I'm way less friendly. I got niggas trying to end me, but oh, I spit all my emotions tonight, and I'm sorry. Oh, and all you rolling, tell me how many more shots until you're rolling. We just need a face to face. You could pick the time, the place we've been gone for so long. But now you need a forward, give me one. Give it a word. Are you worth my time? Do you want me back? Well. Off the rails with that one.
Good way.
In a fun way.
Man, that's not the right.
Oh, what was it you were talking to me about before I went to pee?
I don't even know.
The politics shit? All the fucking tax bill stuff?
No, I didn't bring that up.
I thought that was what you were about to say something to me about. I guess not.
No. I don't know what I was going to say.
Although all of that's very fucked.
It's just like most anything that is passed is someone's going to really, really benefit. Someone's going to be okay. And someone's going to be really fucking screwed. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. More or less. But it's going back to Reaganomics in a sense.
Yep.
Because the essential idea of, giving someone who has lots of money, letting them have more of their money, so they will distribute that in jobs, which at this point is a weird thing because of automation and just different things. Just because you give someone more money doesn't mean they're going to, it's like, okay, I need to hire 5 more people or something, something along those lines. I don't know if that is necessarily going to work,
No, it won't work.
I mean, it.
But I hadn't thought about what you were mentioning with the automation.
Well, see, this is the thing. Okay.
And that's a good point.
Because people want to talk about, oh, we got to bring jobs back. I was like, well, it isn't necessarily that jobs have moved.
We get our jobs.
Well, okay, jobs have moved around the world to places where cheaper labor happens, and we all benefit from this cheaper labor, even, you know, in a bad way because people are
it's terrible.
because people are treated horribly in those situations. But the thing is, those jobs are done away with there over time.
Some 4-year-old little kid in Asia probably blew the glass on this pipe.
But probably not anymore because of automation. You can't bring a job. You can't.
That's also a good point.
You can't bring a job back that a robot now does.
You know, that makes me think about something too. This whole push for bringing back the coal industry.
Well,
that is very confusing.
Well, first,
coal it's a cheap energy.
It is.
It's an environmentally damaging energy.
It is.
But it's cheap. But the actual cost financially isn't what I'm looking at. We know at this point, like we grew up 80s and 90s. So we know, you know, your typical pop culture, your movie, TV depiction of working down in the coal mines, but we know that's fairly accurate to what it actually was. Anyways,
a horrible work.
You're either gonna die in the mine or you're gonna die a fucking like black lung later.
Well, the thing about that is, going back to automation, a lot of those things that used to be done by humans are now done by robots. You know, like digging underground.
Not needed for us to do.
No, I mean, you're not going to send 50 men underground to do that. It still happens, but not like it used to. You know, it's a different thing. And at this point, I understand we need that thing a little bit, but we don't need to expand it.
No.
Not we have solar power. Solar power has become something amazing. You know, and a little microchip. You know,
if I'm not mistaken, the solar panels that you do see around here, and they're few and far between, but there are some. What it is it powers their home, and they actually get an overage
if it goes over.
If it goes over,
yeah.
But they get an overage that the utility department pays them back because they put power into the grid.
I have thought about doing that myself, but I don't have enough because I live in a...
It's a high investment, but that seems like it's like a...
Because I live on 3/4 of an acre.
Worth it.
Yeah. I've thought about that. But even like wind power, people don't want to look into wind power.
Oh man, we were going to get windmills in the Madison County area, and I think it's not happening. I think it got voted down, but
yeah,
a lot of it was people thought it was an eyesore, but the best argument was somebody that called in to the local talk radio station at 1015. Mm-hmm. They were talking about, well, you know, the wind is powering that. What happens when the wind blows the other direction? Is it going to suck power out of the grid?
That wasn't a legitimate question. It was not. That's a joke. Come on.
I can't remember if I actually heard it or if just my mother or my stepfather was telling me about it.
That can't be real.
However it was framed, I cannot remember. It seemed...
As long as it's turning, it's turning power. That's what you tell this person.
But it's not going to go the other way regardless of the way the wind's going, right?
I would imagine it's set up to go a certain way.
Yeah, it only goes one direction.
But regardless, if it's turning, it's generating. Just think of it that way. I'm not Trump talking about bringing back, we're bringing back coal jobs. I'm like, well, first of all...
No, we don't need to do that, no.
Well, it's not that, but it's not even a great job that would be paid a high salary or anything along those lines.
I think you'd make good money.
You would make okay at it, yeah.
Probably not great health benefits. Despite being a job where you really need them.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I respect anyone who does that. I think that's great, man. Like,
Yeah.
good for you. It's tough work. But, I mean, personally, I wouldn't want to do that. Unless I just absolutely had to. But I respect anyone that does it. Good for you, man.
Yeah.
But if that, just to go back to that, if that's all you have, it's like, oh, we're going to bring back coal. I was like, maybe we should figure something else out, bud. Yeah.
We have other shit.
Well, as I've told you before, when it comes to automation, it's going to take over most jobs. So, most jobs.
You know, they have a.
I've been listening to several, not to interrupt you, Jay, but I've been listening to numerous podcasts about autonomous cars.
Oh, I was about to say, they have a self-driving Domino's car that is delivering pizzas to people, apparently.
But you have to go out and get it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to come to the car,
Yeah,
and people are upset by that
I'm sure.
because it's not delivery.
It's not
To your
handed-
door.
Yeah. There's a trade up there. The thing about that is, let's see, like, I think I've talked to you about this before, like truck drivers. I mean, if you do away with truck drivers and UPS guys and the people that deliver the mail and people that deliver food and all these, I mean,
Oh,
what do
yeah.
you do with that, man?
There was an NPR story that I was listening to that was talking about that, and it was things that I hadn't. It was a podcast, I think, but it was things I hadn't thought about in regards to self-driving cars. And as we move
The
towards
consequences, yeah.
that, you cut out entire industries. What I'm doing for a part-time job, like I was just saying, pizza delivery. It's not well received right now. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, in the next year or so that I'm going to continue to do it. But there's going to be a point where, like, that's not a job anymore.
Well, not only that, but like when we talk, which podcast was that? Star Talk. I can't remember which podcast. They were talking about if they did become autonomous vehicles, people wouldn't own a vehicle. It'd be a communal vehicle. They would come and pick you up. You wouldn't have a vehicle if you didn't want
That was the podcast I was listening to was saying the same thing. Like, you would have different kinds of cars that would come pick you up. So if you had a business meeting you were going to, it would just be a sort of a coach type of car that wasn't a car in the way that we view a car.
Like, we own it.
Well, no, just the body of the car.
The body,
Like, it
okay.
would basically be
Okay.
a driving room
Yeah.
that you would just sit in, a small cubicle, essentially, for something like that.
Okay.
And you would sit in it, and you would take a 30-minute drive or whatever, and get out and go about your day. So, you know, we'd have these different kinds. And like the pizza delivery, like that one, they'll have to figure out a way to still get the pizza to the door. So you can't cut the human being out of that one yet.
Not until the robot can make its way
Yeah.
there. You know?
And robot technology is still woefully...
Yeah, well, what's
well,
interesting about
thankfully,
that?
actually not to where they can
Thankfully.
really move around.
Yeah.
Because we are goddamn not far from Skynet, man.
I mean, that's like, is it the Google grocery store that I was telling you about? Where there's no, like, cashier. There's only people that stock the shelves, and you just go in and get what you want, and it charges it to your phone as you leave. You know?
Wow.
But like, you know, convenience store, people that work in convenience store, there'd be no need for them. Because if you wanted something, you would just walk in the store and get it and walk the hell out. That kind of thing. I mean, there would be no need for convenience store people, for people who work in grocery stores, people that work in places of that nature. Which would blow, I mean, it's like, oh my Lord.
You know, on that... This is a thought that's hard to characterize, but we are going to see within the rest of our lifetimes a greater exponential growth of technology and societal advancements
but
than any generation
that's-
before us.
I've already seen it in my lifetime. So,
We
yeah.
both have already seen it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see. I mean, with the exponential growth that we've already had, we're gonna see. Let's take us back to, in the way back machine, not that long ago, like fucking 2000. In the year 2000, wherever you were at in your life, could you imagine the world being where it is, technology-wise, political climate, where pop culture and entertainment has gone, just any of it?
Probably not to the extent that it is, but some of it maybe, yeah.
Mind you, where we were at in 2000, like this is the very prior 9/11 world.
It's true.
We had been
Okay.
worried about the
You're on YouTube
millennium.
right now?
Yeah.
What year did YouTube start? 2005.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah, 5 years after that.
Because I remember my friend, I was like, man, have you checked out this YouTube thing? You know, there's videos of all these bands that we want to watch, like people just posting them. Like, what the fuck is this?
Just random shit.
But before that, I mean, I remember the 90s version of the internet, if you want to go there with it. You know, very minimal.
Well,
and
dial
basic.
up. Yeah.
Even beyond that, when you got past the dial-up, and you had broadband, if you will. So,
broadband or DSL.
DSL, yeah.
That was your
But-
two. That's not even a thing now. Ours is just through the cable, and we don't even have cable with this package. It's just internet.
That's what happened to my house,
Yeah.
just internet.
But it's still through the cable,
Yes.
but we just don't have any cable.
Fiber optics.
All of it's changed so much. Though.
But getting back to your point, where technology is going to go, especially in the next 10 years, I feel like there's going to be a line. I feel like there's going to be a line that we're going to have to decide if we're going to cross or not when it comes to autonomous things, because of the workforce. Because everyone's like, well, that's where it goes into basic income for everyone. Everyone gets like $30,000 a year, and you live off that. And then if you can make more money on your own after that, then that's fine. You know, and the idea being, you get to do things that you want to do. Like, oh, I can be a musician every day.
Yeah.
But you can't sell music now. So if you get to do that, that's fine. But if you and the other 350 million people in the United States, or what, I mean, then what? I mean, you get to pursue your art, and that's great. But 30,000 for some people may not be enough. It depends on what you're into. But it also, I'm getting off the rails here, but if we do that, if they're autonomous things,
I'm going to try to circle the wagons.
I'm
back.
circling the wagons. But people talking about, you know, income disparity and inequality, someone has to own all these things for you to take part in them. So whoever owns them would be an extremely rich person. And everyone else would just live off whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
There's a few economic theories, but
Okay, yeah, please.
mostly they seem to lean to, if you were to just pay everybody a living wage, regardless of what they
$30,000
did,
is the one that I'd heard.
they would still do something for the most part.
Maybe.
You would have a percentage of people that don't do anything, but you would have enough people to keep running the grid, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Like that power would stay on and services would be rendered because people would just figure out shit they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Just to do something rather than sit around and do nothing. I've had, you know, I'm driving around and I'm delivering these pizzas right now
Yeah.
for the side job, and I've had nights where I'm driving around and I'm just thinking about these ideas and like capitalism, and I'm not anti-capitalist. I mean, by all means, I think we need better regulations with what we're doing with capitalism, because it just benefits the wrong people. But And honestly, I've never really thought about it until I'm starting to say this, but the same issues that I have with capitalism, they're basically the same issues that are there with communism and with socialism and with really heinous leadership positions, dictatorships.
Yeah.
It's the idea is good, but how it's being practiced tends to benefit a small minority of the population who are in power. And then the rest of the people are just kind of getting fucked. They have either a very poor living standard or just a mediocre one.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just fine. I'm living okay. When I die, I will just lay down in the backyard and let the worms eat me.
Fair enough, yeah.
You not feel like that some days, though? You're just like, fuck. I want to have upward mobility. But I feel like I'm not getting it in life.
When you say upward mobility, what are you speaking of? Like
to move up from...
Like, are we talking economically? Or
the economic class that you're starting in.
I'm fine with where I'm at.
Where do you feel like you're at within that structure?
I wouldn't... I mean, I don't make tons of money. But it's kind of relative to what you want to... How you want to live, though, you know? So...
No.
I mean, I make enough where I'm okay, and I'm okay with it. I mean, I've become more of a minimalist over time, so I want less things. Like, I don't want to buy lots. I don't want a new car.
Yeah, I don't want a new car.
Like the house I live in, I don't plan on. I'm fine with it. I don't want a bigger house. It's plenty big for me.
Well, you're right there on the block, and what is it, a 3-bedroom?
It's a 3-bedroom. It's like 1,250 square feet home or something like that.
It's perfectly fine.
That is perfectly great for me. I don't want
especially
anything.
For you.
Yeah, it's me and one other, me and Amber. That's it.
Yeah.
So, and our cat, but yeah.
How fat is the cat?
Oh, she's fat as fuck. But like at this point in my life, you're talking about upward mobility, and I respect that if people want that. But for me, like relationships with people and being like engaging is more important than finance in a way. I mean, you have to have finance, of course, to pay just your basic shit to get by, which some people can't do, which is fucking insane. But like, I don't want the nicest car. I don't want the nicest house. I don't care about the nicest clothes. I don't care about all those things. Like, I don't have the nicest. I've had the same television for 20 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna buy a new one until it blows up.
But this is probably more than 20 years old. I tend to have stuff that is like real fucking old. But
on the other side of that,
I don't have a 20-year-old TV actually.
I do, yeah.
20 years ago was 1997.
I guess I got a 98 then, so it's almost that, yeah.
But it's a bubble TV.
It's a bubble TV.
And it's weird that that's old, right?
That's old as fuck, yeah. I mean, the shelf lives for television are like 5-7 years, maybe. For the plasma television, or they moved into like 4 HD or whatever the fuck.
4K.
Whatever that is, yeah, I don't even know.
4K Ultra, I think.
But I mean, called. Even like your flat screen televisions now, they're cheap as fuck. And when that TV goes out, I will buy one. I have one television in my house, one. That's it.
Hey, you know what I was just thinking about? The Curve.
Oh yeah.
TVs.
Oh yeah.
They're a big fucking fad right now, and that may be the standard we move to.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, oh yeah, like maybe 2 years from now, there'll be one at a reasonable price, exactly. And I'll fucking buy it.
But I guess what I'm
saying, I buy that shit right now.
Like for me, like I don't care about all those things, but I wouldn't shit on anybody if they want to have the biggest house.
Yeah.
Please do that. You don't have the nicest car. You're gonna buy a new car every year. Do that.
That's again delivering pizzas, man. I've delivered some very nice houses.
I'm sure. Yeah.
where I'm at right now, I can't foresee having a house this nice. But I'm still looking at it. I'm like, that's a very nice home. Congratulations to you for having it.
Sure, yeah.
It's awesome.
I can't shit on someone.
Little envious, can't lie, but still, good on you.
I can't shit on someone who's
No,
done
yeah,
well
not
for
shitting
themselves.
on them.
Yeah, no, I'm not judging you on that. No,
You judging me?
no, I'm not.
You judging me, Kyle
I
Stout?
don't want to judge anyone.
Son of a bitch.
Well, I might judge racist pieces of garbage because they're fucking stupid. But beyond that, you know, if you succeeded and you've done well, good for you, man.
Yeah.
If you need help, that's help. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's help people. That's going like a basic.
Lift not drag is actually the. We haven't used it enough with the hashtag that we're using with Do You Even Comment.
Mm-hmm.
Lift not drag, and the idea is social media accounts get so wrapped up in the drag, where they drag somebody else, and the idea is we are more about lifting people who are doing things up.
Sure.
So
yeah.
whatever your content is, if you're working on a book or you got a blog or you got a this or that, we're
What
more
makes
about
you happy?
promoting
Yes.
your shit
Yeah.
rather than dragging people for shitty opinions. Even though we still do it occasionally, and we just try to make that not the focus.
It's the competitive nature of things. It's the goddamn quote that I read yesterday by President Donald Trump. He said it feels.
Is it not weird to say that, by the way, still?
It makes my butthole pucker.
It's been almost a year, and it's not that I can't accept the reality of it. Like that, I understand that, but it still sounds weird when I'm like President Trump.
But his quote, and this is his administration, and it's just a weird mentality, is it feels good to win. Talking about passing the tax, the tax code, the new tax code. It feels good to win. That's what you say.
That leans more into the idea that it's some sort of a game.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's actually what and I can't remember who said it, and it was somebody on the Republican side, but they said, paraphrasing, politics has turned into sort of akin to college sports, and it's about what jersey you're wearing, what colors you're sporting, what sides you're on. It is a game, and that's a fucking problem, man. The decisions need to be made based on what is
Not
best for everybody, not what side you're on.
Not getting together at 3 a.m. when other people aren't around.
With a fucking bill with handwritten notes all over it, which is not actually it's not completely out of the ordinary.
That's not out of the norm, no.
That has actually happened a lot.
That happens,
but
yes.
for this bill and how big it was, that was kind of fucking crazy.
That's why I don't believe in the two-party system.
It's bullshit, man.
I haven't believed in it in a long time.
I did not vote for her. It is bullshit. I did not. No, man, it's fucking crap the way we're set up right now. And it sucks, and there's nothing that can be done about it. Not enough people will vote for a goddamn it third-party candidate to get us away from the fucking two-party system. It just fucking is what it is.
Now when you have Gary Johnson.
Yeah, Gary Johnson and Jill Stein, neither one were helping. You're not helping Gary and you're not helping Jill. You're just making shit harder.
Is that a Guinness?
Mm-mm. But I think there's a little bit left if you want some.
No, I'm good. I'm not going to drink it. It just looks like a Guinness. I was like,
It's like a bourbon barrel stout.
yeah, it's a stout. It's a good beer.
It's very nice. What time is it?
Oh, it's good, man.
About 10.
We'll go for a little while longer. I'm not really tired. So.
Okay.
What time is, what does Jordan, he work nights?
Yeah, I think he's closing tonight. I don't know. I mean, that's the whole idea. It's like I can rip the audio from this and it's songs and conversations, and I can clip all that together. I don't know who is watching this shit.
Well,
There's still like 2 watching or something shit.
The autonomous thing just it's on my mind all the time.
Oh, the robots?
Yes.
It's like, are you worried about Skynet?
Kind of. It's not that I realize that, like I said before, we're gonna have to decide something at some point. Yeah. Like, are we going too far, or are we not going too far? I mean, I'm being serious here. Yeah.
No, I'm as amusing as it is, you're not wrong. And
I'm not
it
wrong.
actually
No,
should be.
I'm not
something
wrong and I'm not
concerned.
right. I'm just, let's look at it from a certain perspective. You know,
We don't need to, and we already know from some things we're dealing with that we don't need to blindly trust technology.
exactly.
I mean, obviously, the issues of our government surveilling us, which was an issue even before the internet and constant connectivity and all of
It
that.
just became easier to do so.
Yes.
Yes. Without, I mean, the algorithms that are out there trip you out. Okay, if you look at something on Amazon and you go to another site, what you just looked at is there as an advertisement on other sites.
There was a story on NPR recently, and it was one of the people they talked to, and he had gotten paranoid about Facebook because he would be talking about things like, oh, we need to buy a toilet brush, and then a fucking toilet brush would show up for his advertisements or whatever the fuck it was, and he deleted it, and then he was a reporter, and he went and studied it and checked it out, and there didn't seem to be any connections. But despite having evidence in front of him that there was probably nothing going on, he still could not get himself away from the idea that
He was being monitored.
Facebook is monitoring me through my microphone on my phone.
See, I don't know about that. Yeah, that
Yeah,
just seems
because that's where he was thinking it was. Like, he was like, I came into town, you know, from taking a plane, and I was talking to somebody on the phone, and I was like, oh, is there enough toilet paper or whatever? And then a thing came up for that. And it was just like, it was too connected for him. But they went and they researched it, and there doesn't seem to be any evidence that they're tracking us through our microphones and what we're saying. And logically, you would have to have either a person listening to that or a program that is advanced enough to understand human speech to the level that it could just be like just me talking to you right now.
Every nuance.
Which is completely unrealistic.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, the algorithm I get that.
Yeah.
It tracks where you've gone. So this would be something you would like. That's still a little unnerving at times, you know? Yeah. It's like Alexa, you know. You tell it this, you know.
I've got Siri, and I'm starting to wonder if Alexa can understand my accent a little bit better. 'Cause, Siri fucking sucks, man.
Even now, even with the improvements they've made to...
I got 2 updates apparently that I gotta go through tonight, but no, man, fucking misunderstands what I'm saying all the time.
Okay.
It's infuriating.
Just... it concerns me.
That Skynet is taking over. It concerns me too. We are all gonna die.
I mean, it's iRobot, you know, that guy. So...
That's actually a good collection of Asimov stories.
By the way, this is completely off topic, and I don't know why I just thought of it. I watched The Punisher. I watched it all the way through.
I haven't watched any of
It is fucking good, man.
Is it?
I really liked it.
I just haven't watched any of it. I haven't really had time.
I don't know, I just decided to watch it, and I got really into it. Like like most most of those shows that are on there usually follow the same trajectory. They're really, really good for about 7 episodes, and then something happens that doesn't need to happen.
It's the dip.
And then it dips, and it might come back a little bit. This one kind of started to do that, but then it held on. I liked it a lot.
So it stayed okay.
It did, yeah. Like, I'll put it right up. I liked it as much. Well, not as much. Daredevil season 2, the best to me. Really like that as far as those shows on there. Really like it.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that, actually.
I would put
that's...
I'd put it below that, actually. Yeah. A little, like, right below it. I really liked it. Because, like, Luke Cage, fucking amazing. And then something happens. And then you're just like... And then it just tapers off and, like, why? You know?
Well, when Cottonmouth gets
Exactly.
killed.
When that happens, I'm like, there was no point for that to happen. Because then it has to take a huge turn to keep being cohesive.
This took a turn.
I mean, it did to make you continue to watch and to him have a reason to be.
Yeah.
It's like stupid. Although Rosario Dawson, love her so much. Sorry. Just a G.
Wait, there's 2 songs I could play there. I sewn up that tattoo, all it up, nothing to lose, and I've been a fool for so long, and any hope I had here is gone. Where the Mississippi mud cakes my boots, I'm afraid that I might drown if I don't move from these waters that run so deep, from these southern weather lazy. But now I'm stuck. Show.
lips. And this goddamn guitar's never quite in tune. I leave it behind is what I could do. But now I'm stuck. Got much to show. Just watch me go. And I want some bad tattoo. Well, that found me wherever I'm moved, and I'm all sewn up by tattoos. Sure sounds nice. Brooklyn might suited me just fine, 'cause life down here is so slow it seems. Baby, I'm like a dream. Now I'm stuck. Ain't got much to show. Well, love, woo. Just watch me go. Hell,
Urinate.
I'm gonna do that myself. Very soon.
Well, you can use the restroom. I'll go out and smoke. BRB, motherfuckers.
All one person that's watching this. I don't know. Probably fine to end that live stream at this point.
What?
So it's probably fine to end the live stream.
Oh, yeah, whatever you want.